Hi, today's video is going to be a journal cover video. This one is from HappyMade Crafts, and it's her newest happy colors. I think that's what she calls it. But I got the electric bright pink, which I looked into it. I made sure I got everything correctly, and oh, the pink is really stunning. So I definitely thought of Barbie when I got it. I thought of the Western Barbie. So this journal cover is going to be Western Barbie themed. And here she is. I got it with the baby blue cord and gold hardware. So she has, I think, 3 or 4 options. It's gold, silver, then I think black, and maybe brass, I think. And then you could get the embossing, debossing done in silver, gold, and then no color. Okay, here's the cover. It's really bright and I love it. So it came with a handwritten note, which on a beautiful paper, and a couple stickers, which I always appreciate. And they're really nice, cute stickers, which I'm excited about this pink one because it matches my journal well. I wonder if she sent it because it matches my journal. But yeah, thought out stickers, not just, I don't think they look at random, not randomly thrown. Everything is really nice and thought out, which I appreciate. So I'm going to put these, and the bag is really nice too, in case you were wondering. Let's get this out of the way. Here she is. I am so excited to use her. So she came onto my social media page with this cover, okay? And I was super excited about this cover. It hadn't launched yet. She said that it would launch in, I think, 2 months or something like that. So yeah, I was waiting. I like kept checking her page to see if she was going to talk about these colors. I think this whole collection has pink, purple, peach, baby blue, and orange. So what was that? 5 colors? Yeah. So the journal comes with 3 notebook inserts. If you were wondering, the paper seems nice. It's a really nice smooth paper. It's a little bit closer to Midori than Tome River, in case you are familiar with those 2 brands. I think most journalers and fountain pen people are familiar with those. That's why I'm using those 2 as reference. Okay, so you could put 6 notebooks in here, I think, and I think, yeah, it can get quite chunky. Like, you could put a lot more. Let's see. I have my Midori A5. It's almost close to what the journal length is. So let's see how much can fit in. I did want to put in my Midori. I don't know if it'll be a very tight fit, so maybe I won't be able to. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Let me take this out. The cords are really nice and sturdy, by the way. They're not going to get worn out easily, so I appreciate that. Let's find the middle. Nope. I think that's a good middle. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's a little, yeah, it's like almost, yeah, it's pretty much the same size as the journal cover, so it's a tight fit. So this one that I have is the Midori uh, purple. So the paper is purple as well. I think it's such a pretty combination. Let's see. Yeah, it's like going around, but yeah, peeks out, and I don't know if I like that. I'm gonna have to, I mean, the combination looks good, so it doesn't look bad, but I'm gonna think about it. She does give you 3 inserts, so it's a good amount to start with. It's just that I don't realize, but her inserts are a little bit smaller than what a regular A5 size notebook is, because this is a Tomei River A5, and it's a little bit bigger. Let's see. You could put in 6 notebooks in here without any connector bands, just on these. Let me put this on this one, I think. Oh, that is interesting. Huh. That is interesting. I haven't seen this before. Okay. So let me take this out. Okay. So usually you get 6 cords, and that's how you can insert 6 notebooks. So there's these 3 main ones where usually the 3 notebooks are, which is where she had inserted 3 notebooks. And then there's the insides, the smaller length cords where you can put the extras. But this cord, which is very interesting, this one you can't use to insert a notebook. So it's for this cord. So this outside cord is with this one. So this whole entire middle is one singular cord. Usually what happens is that these are like 3 cords that are put in, and then you can insert 6 notebooks. So technically you could only insert 5 notebooks in this cover without connector bands. Of course, you're going to insert more with connector bands, but without connector bands, you could put in these 3 and then only these 2. So 5 notebooks in total, which I haven't seen this design before. I guess let me show you this one. So usually what this is from Sting and Snout, by the way. What the regular thing is that, as you can see here, this is the outside, this cord band, and I have it a double corded. That's why there's 2, and then you get 3 different ones. So here's one, and then I have a second one in here on the same elastic band. I hope that making sense and I'm explaining this properly. So there's 2 notebooks that you can put in on one elastic cord in the one what do you call grommet. So this one has 3, this one has 3. So yeah, one of those, and then I have my second notebook, or my third, I guess, since this is my second. My third notebook on this one, and then here's the 2 that I could put 2 more in here. It's just that these 2 are quite bulky, so I can't. And here's the third one with the knots. So I could put 2 more in here, and then that way I can insert 6 notebooks in this one, and then this is a separate cord in here. Let me close this. But this one is quite chunky with just 4. So I'm going to keep it just 4 right now. But yeah, you could only insert 5 without connector bands. That's an interesting design choice. Something different that you don't get to see. I like seeing how each individual person has their own design choices, you know? Because if you see my other journal cover videos, the one from Handmade Leather, yeah, though they have a different system for inserting the cords for the notebooks as well. So it's definitely, there's like so many different ways you can do this, you know? So that's pretty cool. Okay. I don't think I'm going to put my Tome River. This is what the Tome River A5 looks like. So it's like just fitting in, which I don't know if I like that, because I think the leather cover should be a little bit bigger than the notebooks, because if you're inserting multiple, it kind of bulks up, you know, like how my Midori. This I will say that it's a little bit bigger. So the paper inside I think is A5, and then it has a little bit bigger cardboard on top. So it makes sense that it doesn't fully fit in here, but the Tome River is also just barely fitting on the top edges, you know? So I wish there was at least an inch, not on both ends, like, so half an inch on the bottom and half an inch on the top to hug the notebook, basically. So I think I'm going to keep my Midori in here. Let's see. I think it looks cute when the dusty purple is peeking out from the electric pink. So I'm definitely inserting that in here. Let's see. Let's get her in. Yeah, she's barely fitting. And then I'll put all of the notebook inserts that she gives. So here's what it looks like. I think her notebook inserts are the same size as the Paper Republic XL. Let's compare them. So here is the Paper Republic XL. Yeah, there you go. Another company that does similar inserts is Paper Republic. So if you don't want to, if it's like too much to buy from Paper Republic, this HappyMade craft inserts are the same size as the XL. So, and it's the same size as the Sting and Snout bindery notebook as well. So that's interesting. So I guess they are a little bit smaller than the regular A5 notebooks. I think she only has options for plain notebooks. I don't think there's options for dotted or ruled. So you will only get plain, but the paper seems really nice. And I'm excited to write with fountain pen paper. Fountain pen paper. I'm excited to write with fountain pens on it. And I'll make a video with how this paper is with fountain pens. Let's see. It's a tight fit with the smaller cord, by the way. I don't know if it's going to fit. Let's see. It's going to pull a lot. I wonder, I don't want to damage the paper, but let's see. I might just take one notebook out and keep it as backup. Okay, it kind of fit. Yeah, here we go. And then let me, yeah, okay, there we go. Yep, it fits. Let's see, I think the Midori was 120 pages and hers are 100 or something like that. I'll put a screenshot. So I think it should be, let's see, 400 pages, I think. I'll put on screen how many pages are in here. I think I could put in 2 more notebooks, but I'm not going to because honestly, I don't even have 2 more notebooks to put in. So yeah, this is this beautiful cover. I'm so excited. I have a couple charms. I have a horseshoe, a cowboy hat, and I think cowboy boots as well. So I'll come back and show how I'm using the journal, what each notebook, like the purpose of each notebook is that I have in here. So yeah, I'll be back soon. I think in 2 weeks or a month, just to see how the notebook is faring with my use. So I'll see you soon. Bye.